2021 supplementary budget of 895.8 billion naira for second reading. Speaker, Cross River State House of Assembly Law Security Agencies for drastic reduction of crime and restoration of calm in the state. State government invests in educational infrastructure with state-of-the-art facilities. Good evening and welcome to the news at 7. My name is Achibomboasi. Senate has passed the 2021 supplementary budget of 895.8 billion naira for second reading. The financial proposal has 722.3 billion as contribution to the development fund for capital expenditure. The significance of the budget, which has 173.4 billion as recurrent non-debt expenditure, was unanimously acknowledged by senators across board, strengthening Nigeria's fight against insecurity and ensuring that about 70% of eligible Nigerians receive COVID-19 vaccine by 2022 was the major reason for the additional funds. Speaker, Cross River State House of Assembly, Mr. Nta Williams, has lauded proactive steps taken by security agencies, which he describes as reason for the drastic reduction of crime and the restoration of calm to the state. The Speaker was speaking at the 9th Legislature's second anniversary during plenary. Justina Etam reports.
It is the first plenary of the Cross River State House of Assembly after the suspension of the Parliamentary Staff Association's 2-month-old strike.
I therefore wish to commend Pastor Member for remaining law-abiding throughout the period of the strike and for the civil manner they conducted themselves. Cross River State House of Assembly will not take any unilateral action but will continue to await the outcome of the ongoing negotiations as championed by the government of the state.
After settling for the business of the day, the Speaker informs that the 9th Legislature, which clocked 2 years on the 11th of June 2021, while parliamentary workers were on strike, as he reels out achievements recorded by the State House of Assembly so far.
The summary of the achievements in several legislative years from 11 June 2020 to 10 June 2021. Bill passed 7, motion taken 3, matter for the public interest 2, confirmation of appointments 3, public explanation 1, public petition 1, resolution taken 12. Details we have the Cross River State Revenue House and Fund Management Bill, which we are taking again.
The Cross River State Legislature Funds Management Bill 2021, Cross River State Girl Marriage and Female Circumcision Prohibition Amendment Bill, and more were put forward for first reading. In Calabar, Justina Etam, NTA News.
The Cross River State government is investing in educational infrastructure with the state-of-the-art facilities at the Teachers Continuous Training Institute, Biase local government area. Paul Abel was part of the governor's entourage ahead of the inauguration of the institute. Reports that the Teachers Continuous Training Institute, Biase, is a model which intends to improve the quality of teachers' learning and morality of children. The pre-inauguration inspection tour took the team to the Senate chambers, offices of management and other staff, main auditorium, amphitheater, hostels, staff quarters, cafeteria, laboratories, among others.
The Teachers Continuous Training Institute, Biase, is a model which intends to improve the quality of teachers, learning, and morality of children.
We have a country where people emphasize on infrastructure without concern on personality, individuals, character, intellect, and capacity. So we thought that it became necessary for us to build an institution that focused on the quality of learning and morality of our children. So this institute is big, not for learning and research, but also for moral induction. This is not a school where certificates and degrees are awarded, but where morality and ethics of good attitude, good governance, and quality learning and quality research is being conducted.
Some government functionaries who were part of the concept of the project also speak.
Once a SUBEB chairman, I saw the deaths of teachers and the level of inefficiency among the teachers. And I said, look, you are a professor, the deputy governor is a professor. We can't afford to leave Cross River State in this manner. So we should leave Cross River State better than what we met. And that was what brought this concept.
So this school is going to offer a veritable opportunity for the training and retraining of these teachers, both at the primary school and at the secondary school level. So it's going to create a lot of impact, because the teachers, as they come out from here, they're going to improve on their skills on teaching the children, the sciences, the arts, and all that.
It's a thing that will be of benefit, immense benefit, to the good people of Biase and indeed to the good people of Cross River State. So we support the governor, we encourage him, he's done very well. We wish he will give most of his projects more publicity.
The pre-inauguration inspection tour took the team to the Senate chambers, offices of management and other staff, main auditorium, amphitheater, hostels, staff quarters, cafeteria, laboratories, library, among others. From Biase local government area of Cross River State, Paul Abel, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the state governor, Ben Ayade, has approved the following appointments. Ntufan Etan John, Special Advisor Presidency. Sir Victor Aban, Special Advisor, National Assembly Matters. Utuita, Special Advisor Budget. Bobby Ebenyo, Director General Waterways Services. And Emmanuel Ake Udayi, Senior Special Assistant Legal. The appointment takes immediate effect. As of Tuesday, 22nd June 2021, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) confirmed 39 new cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria. Lagos has the highest number of 17 cases, followed by Borno with 7 cases, Ondo 6, Rivers 5, Federal Capital Territory 3, and Kaduna 1 case. The total confirmed cases of the disease in the country stands at 167,331, with 163,913 persons discharged, while 2,118 persons have died of the virus. You're watching news reaching you from the studios of Nta Calabar. You can watch this newscast on our YouTube channel at YouTube/Nta Calabar. Stay with us.
As news breaks from the north, south, east, and west of Nigeria, we bring it to you. News from the length and breadth of Cross River State is sent to you via this channel.
With movers and shakers in various spheres of influence talking to us, we carve a niche and showcase our experience in broadcasting, because it's Nta Calabar before others.
You can't get this anywhere else. It's only here on Nta Calabar News, showing at this times 3 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and 7 p.m. every day. Nta Calabar News. Our experience counts.
Good to have you back. Now to the rest of the news. Devastated by the earned SARS carnage which took place in the state, the Ministry of Labour and Productivity is appealing for support from the Association of Heads of Federal Establishments to secure an office to accommodate 8 members of staff. The State Controller of the Ministry, Mrs. Henrietta Etudo, made the appeal when she led her team on a visit to the management of Nta Calabar. Narrating the ordeal of the ministry, Mrs. Etugudo laments that with the rain at its peak, her members of staff have become completely displeased, and this has affected productivity. While recounting their losses, the controller says equipment carted away from the office by the hoodlums cannot be quantified.
Balls, and when there's rain, we run to one corner and it's dripping on our legs. Please help us give, even if it's room. But we have about 75 staff due to COVID, we have curtailed ourselves to about 42 who comes. The other ones are younger staff. I also make a schedule. You come on Tuesday and Thursday. The other one come on, to space us.
The General Manager, Nta Calabar, Sam Olalude, later assures the team that their demands will be forwarded to the leadership of the Association of Heads of Federal Establishments for the necessary intervention.
It's quite pathetic that what happened has happened and you couldn't even get. You say that is why they say you are crying that you don't have a cap. There are some people that don't even have the head to put the cap. We are crying that our offices is not furnished. And you are coming here now, you don't even have an office to stay. So is it not worth it for us to even praise God and thank God for our own condition? But that is not to say that you too will not thank God. At least there is still life and there is still hope there will be a way out.
The Ministry of Labour and Productivity saddled with the responsibility of ensuring a cordial relationship between workers and employers. In Calabar, Achibon Basi, NTA News. Also, the core mandate of the Nigerian Television Authority is to promote and revive local content in order to serve the people better. These were the words of the General Manager, Nta Calabar, when he led a delegation of his management team on a courtesy visit to the Restitution Order, Amok. And then filed the report.
The visit by the management staff of the Nigerian Television Authority was to strengthen the existing relationship between the organizations. The General Manager, Nta Calabar, Sam Olalude, says despite the vandalization of the Nta Calabar during the NSAS protests, the station is vibrant and ready to serve the local communities with interesting news and programs.
The relationship between our organization and yours in Calabar dates back to the 70s when our administration headquarters was relocated to Calabar from Lagos in 1978. That same year, I was invited by Nta Calabar to feature on a program called Reflections. And I was glad to participate in it, discussing with your anchor person the law of retributive justice.
In response, the Grand Administrator of the Rosicrucian Order, Amok, appreciated the management of Nta Calabar for the gesture and presented a souvenir to the Nta management team.
And we are here again to collaborate because in publicity, a lot of misgivings, misconception will be there, except you reach out to people so that they will be able to understand what this organization is.
The visit was an opportunity to fertilize ideas on how to serve Cross River State and Nigeria better. In Calabar, Arut Ndem, NTA News.
As the third decade of the 21st century unfolds, the world, including Nigeria, needs to rethink the structure and operating model of the public service for efficiency in this era of technology and data-driven innovation. This becomes imperative as the country joins the international community to mark the United Nations 2021 Public Service Day. Ifoma Aikuje has details.
The Public Service Day, commemorated every June 23 since 18 years ago, recognizes that democracy and successful governance are built on the foundation of a competent public service.
Public service is the engine room of governance. Policies of government thrives on the principles of public service.
It's good that public servants are celebrated on a day like this because it will make them feel valued and make them feel that they are parts of the growth and development of society.
The theme for the year 2021, Innovating for a New Era, leveraging the role of technology for the future public service, some officers describe as apt and a call to action.
Technology is coming to help the public service to increase its efficiency and to increase their productivity.
While public servants continue to interpret and execute the prospects of the government, they also expect some level of encouragement.
There is the need for motivation of the drivers of the public service, recognizing their role.
It is, however, expected that the future public service needs to be more agile, technology and data-driven, and human-centric for a more responsive and efficient output. In Uyo, Ifoma Aihoje, and
the polio outbreak response immunization is receiving wide acceptance from rural communities in Imo State. Rihanna Obasi, who monitored the exercise, reports that the impact is evident in the number of children who have so far been immunized.
Following news of recent outbreak of poliomyelitis in some states, the Imo State government is taking precautionary measures to protect children from 0 to 5 years. Hence, the house-to-house and school-to-school exercise to immunize children. At the Owerri Municipal Council Health Center, a good number of mothers presented their babies for immunization. Some of them are optimistic that with the exercise, the safety of their young ones from deformity is guaranteed.
I'm going to follow due procedures for them to get whatsoever they need for their health.
I'm happy because my baby is among the children that is taking the vaccine today. It will help the baby and prevent polio and prevent any other diseases.
Health workers who also visited other centers noted the impressive response to the immunization, which they attributed to massive awareness embarked upon before the commencement of the exercise.
For this special program, we equally mobilize. We write letters to churches, schools. Because Imo State is a nearby state to Abia State, so the federal government decided that we should immunize children under 5 years.
By this immunization, it is expected that child mortality and deformity will be tackled to the barest minimum. In Owerri, Rina Obasi, NTA News.
Now let's join Olalekon Kilajulu for sports updates.
Croatia made it to the last 16 of the ongoing Euro 2020, courtesy a 3-1 victory over Scotland in the last Group D match decided on Tuesday. Nikola Vlasic gave Croatia the lead in the 17th minute before Scott McGregor restored parity for Scotland in the 42nd minute, going into the half-time 1-1. Luka Modric restored the lead for Croatia in the 62nd minute before Ivan Perisic later put the game beyond the reach of Scotland with his 77th minute strike. England also scaled through to the round of 16 as Group D leaders after defeating Czech Republic by a lone goal. Raheem Sterling's 12-minute goal was the only effort England needed to secure maximum points. In the Euro 2020 fixture slated for Wednesday, Spain will take on Slovakia, while Sweden hosts Poland to decide the two teams that will qualify for the round of 16 in Group E. Group F will see Germany battle it out with Hungary, while defending champions Portugal have a date with France. As part of efforts towards developing badminton in Nigeria, and also to encourage Team Nigeria Badminton to the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, the Japanese ambassador to Nigeria, Matsunaga Kazuyoshi, on Tuesday in Abuja presented 80 rackets to the Nigerian Badminton Federation, donated by Nippon Badminton Association in Japan.
Our desire is to support your team going to the Olympic Games in Japan, ensuring an effective and successful participation in all the games.
The whole of Africa is happy that Nigeria contributed to that feat by qualifying for 2 of the events. And we want to go there and put up a very good performance.
Team Nigeria is expected to participate in the men's doubles and women's singles at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. With sports updates, Olalekon Kilajolu, NTA News.
And on a sad note, Ebonyi State Governor Chief David Umahi has expressed deep sadness over the death of his Commissioner for Infrastructural Development, for concession. Mr. Fidelis Muize, who died from injuries sustained in an auto crash.
Confirming his death, Governor David Umahi said although the accident happened at Enugu State, Mr. Fidelis Muize gave up the ghost at a hospital in Abuja while receiving treatment. Chief Umahi described the late Muize as a pillar of his administration and a brother whose vacuum is irreplaceable.
To me, it's like a dream. As if my younger brother, my son, my friends, my destiny helpers just sleep and come back.
In honor of the late Muize and Mrs. Uchechi Oka, a former commissioner for housing and urban development who died barely a month ago, the governor declared Wednesday, the 23rd of June, public holiday. Late Fidelis Muize served as the commissioner for works and transport in the first tenure of Governor David Umahi and was reputable for most of the masterpiece infrastructural achievements of the present administration. In Abakaliki, Chika Okore, NTA News.
May soul find eternal rest. And that's the size of a package. But before we go, let's take a quick look at some of the stories that made the headlines. The Senate has passed the 2021 supplementary budget of 895.8 billion naira for second reading. Speaker, Cross River State House of Assembly, Mr. Etienne Williams, has lauded security agencies for the drastic reduction of crime and the restoration of calm to the state. We also heard in the news that the state government is investing in the educational infrastructure with state-of-the-art facilities at the Continuous Training Institute, VSA, local government area. Thank you so much for being there. Do have a wonderful evening.